Welcome back to my walkthrough for Resident Evil Remastered, my friends. We are about to head out of the mansion and head towards the laboratory. We are just going to take a few items with us. Make sure you carry both crests so that you can open the gate. And also make sure you carry both last books with you. Aside from that, you really won't need anything. You won't use any ammunition up until you reach the lab, so feel free to leave your weapons behind if you choose to do so, because you really don't need to worry. And what we're going to do here is go around the mansion through the crow room, because it's the path it's the safest route towards the main hall of the mansion. You see, if we go through the other way, there will be enemies. And we don't want that, so that's why we're taking this route, which is actually faster. So just go up the ladder and we are back in the main hall as soon as we go through this door. We're going to set both crests on the gate and we won't be back to the mansion. So say your goodbyes. Make sure you collected the Modisk from the tiger statue, otherwise you won't be able to save Jill. Very important. And after hearing this noise, you know what we're about to face down there. But let's just open it and go down. Can't avoid it. So let's just keep going. There's a chest here if you want to carry a few more weapons with you if you really choose to do so, but it's really not necessary. Like I said, in this upcoming battle we don't have to fire a single shot, we just have to move fast and we'll be good to go. So let's just go down this ladder right here and get ready.
You're a bit of a mess up. Chris, take a piece of the action.
Okay, so just like in Jill's walkthrough, we need to push these 4 stones to the ground below, and that will trigger the next cutscene. Wesker will give us support by shooting Lisa. However, as you can see, Wesker only has a standard handgun with him. He doesn't have a magnum like Perry, so his shots won't really damage Lisa all that much. Even though she will focus on Wesker if you do what I did here, and she can actually knock Wesker down, which didn't happen now.
I'll investigate this area a little further.
Yeah, how convenient for you. But like I was saying, Wesker can be knocked down by Lisa. If he does, please don't worry, because it's not like it changes anything. It just means that she will come after Chris then. But it really doesn't change the plot at all. So you can easily go around her and still dodge her, even though it is easier to do this with Barry and Jill, but it's not impossible to do it with Chris and Wesker as well. But do be prepared, because most likely Wesker might end up being knocked over the cliff down below, but he's fine. And there we go, we gain access to the laboratory, the final area of the game. We are getting very close to the end of the game, and with Chris, this section is actually easier than with Jill in my opinion. You see, if you remember right, we've been stocking up on our flash grenades and we have quite a few of them, and we're actually going to obtain 2 more at least in the lab if memory serves me right. Now if you use a flash grenade on a zombie, and remember the zombie has to lunge at you from the front, if he attacks you from behind then he will bite you, but if he attacks you from the front, Chris will place a flash grenade in the zombie's mouth and that will blow up the zombie's head. So that's why it's a good idea to save up your flash grenades up until this area. Don't worry about those 3 zombies upstairs because you can easily avoid them. But even if for some reason they grab you, let them grab you and Chris will automatically place a flash grenade in their mouth, and after a few seconds they will die because the flash grenade will explode. Just make sure you're out of range, because if you're standing too close to them you will take damage from the explosion. Now the password, we need to solve this puzzle to get the password for the computer so that we can unlock doors in the lab. However, the word is cell. It's actually a pretty simple puzzle. Since this is a walkthrough, even though I showed how to solve this puzzle in Jill's campaign, I'm also going to show you how to solve it for Chris, since some of you might have not watched my Jill walkthrough. But when I do a guide for true survival and so on, I'll just skip this part to save up some time. As you can see, we need to put the names of the people in order, in alphabetical order, and if you look at the images in order, you'll see that the colon is glowing red, the esophagus is glowing red, the liver is glowing red, and the lungs are glowing red. So if you combine the initials of those 4 organs, you get the word cell, and that's the password for the puzzle. So as you can see here, we need to take care of this zombie mandatorily, because in a little while we'll need a clear path through this area. So I placed a flash grenade on its mouth and the zombie will die, its head will explode, so we won't have to worry about that zombie anymore. And as we saw in the file, the password for the computer, or the login name, is John and the password is Ada. This is the same Ada Wong from Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 4 and Resident Evil 6. Her job was to infiltrate Umbrella and so she started dating one of the researchers who is called John, or was called John because he's dead, and he has the worst passwords for a computer ever, but that doesn't matter I guess. And now we've unlocked both doors and we're just going to collect the flash grenade in this room, which is in the back room. Look at all those bodies there. It's kind of creepy. Those Umbrella scientists were pure evil, I tell you. And now we're going to go through the door that was previously locked in this area and that we just unlocked to get the sliders. But keep in mind that you don't really need to do this. The passcode that we are going to introduce in the office upstairs is 8462, but I want to show you how you can obtain the password nonetheless. Again, this is a walkthrough. Let's just place another flash grenade in this guy's mouth. And here's the Modisc capsule, which kind of looks like a GameCube. And we're going to insert the first Modisc here. There's the facts, which we don't need to read. I've already read it in my Jill walkthrough. Wait for the zombie's head to explode. There we go. And now let's get the slide filter. There we go. And let's get out of this room. We will have to come back here in a little bit, but for now we got what we needed. And now we're going to the upstairs floor where we are going to collect 2 more mode discs. We need to insert them in 2 other consoles in order to be able to save Jill. And after we do that, we are going to obtain the laboratory key, which we need to unlock a few more doors downstairs. I'm going to let this zombie grab me because I'm going to blow up his head as well, and this zombie, don't worry if he gets too close because he can't attack you if you are struggling with another zombie, so you got nothing to worry about. And now let's place the slide filter and watch the slides to get the passcode for the terminal. Cerberus, Neptune, Hunter, Tyrant, and look at that. Who didn't see that one coming? And the passcode, as you can see, 8462. If you didn't use the filter, then you'd get a bunch of numbers and you wouldn't know which numbers belong to the code. But if you use the filter, you'll find out that the password is 8462. So in your walkthrough you can actually avoid doing this because the password is always the same, it's always 8462. Just like in the floor below, the password is always cell for the computer.
What? Get away from me! No! Hey! No!
Yeah, not a very glorious death there for Kenneth. Out of all the Bravo team members, he probably had the most pathetic death in my opinion. Plus, Kenneth is actually a big dude. I'm surprised he wasn't even able to push the zombie to the side. You know, the zombie is just a decrepit corpse walking around. I mean, even Jill can push zombies to the side if they try and grab her, so I'm surprised that Kenneth didn't manage. I would hope that they would give him a bit more of a glorious death, but that wasn't the case, and it's hard to really take the Bravo team seriously considering what happens to most of its members. Well, to be fair, both Rebecca and Richard are good members for the Bravo team, but the rest of the team, it seems that it leaves a lot to be desired, but oh well. So now we're going to go through these ventilation shafts. There are chimeras here, but we're going to avoid them all. There's no point in fighting them. And we're just going to go here and insert another mode disc. There we go. Now we only need to unlock 1 more door. As you can see here, and now we're quickly going to turn around and leave this area through the ventilation shaft once again. You see, if you don't use the ventilation shaft to get out of here, then a chimera will come through the ventilation shaft and attack you. So, to save up some ammunition, just do this path that I did and you'll be good to go. Okay. So now we're going to unlock this door and we don't need the lab key anymore. What we're going to do next is pick up the canister so that we can carry some fuel, and that will allow us to activate the elevator. First let's go through the safe room and we're going to pick up some shotgun shells, which we do need. I think at this point I have 23 shotgun shells, so I'm good. I am going to use my Magnum to dispose of a few of the chimeras, but aside from that I'll be just fine. So with the shotgun shells that I have and the Magnum, I'm good to go all the way until the end of the game. Let's just blow up this guy's head. We do need to kill him because we need a clear path through here. And now equip your Magnum. Let's go to the power room. And as you turn the corner here, just point and shoot and you'll kill the chimera standing in your way. I really don't like the chimeras. I think they're the most troublesome enemy for me to deal with. You need to be careful with them because they have this attack where they actually extend one of their claws, and that attack can reach a pretty high distance. So you need to be careful. Plus, even after they die, sometimes they use that attack one last time before they die. So you need to be careful and make sure you don't stand too close to them, otherwise you might be in trouble. That's why I rather be safe than sorry and kill them, or kill a few of them as I make my way towards the elevator. So now we're gonna go ahead and get the fuel. And we need to be careful here because when we're carrying the fuel, if we run for too long, there's a pretty high chance that the fuel will explode and it will be game over. So you can either do this two ways. Either you walk for a little bit, let's say 5 to 6 steps, and then you run for 2 or 3 steps and you repeat the process, even though that doesn't guarantee that the fuel won't necessarily explode. Most importantly, sometimes you might make the mistake of running for a little bit more than you should, and then before you know it, boom! So that's not good. So to be on the safe side, I recommend that you simply walk. Chris actually walks pretty fast, faster than Jill, so it won't take you that long to move back to the power room. And plus, since we cleared a path for us, we don't really have anything to worry about because we won't have to be confronted with any enemies. Like I said, it is fine for you to run for a little bit and alternate between walking and running, but again, to be on the safe side, you might as well just walk all the way. So we're almost in the clear. Just need to insert the fuel capsule and then we can start running once again. And really at this point the game is almost complete. So let's just insert the fuel capsule right here. There we go. And now we're going to go all the way around. There's a chimera that comes from the ceiling, but we're going to dodge this one. And now we're going to insert the last mode disc so that we can save Jill. There we go. Use the mode disc. I killed that chimera because it might not be super easy to dodge it when it came after me, so I just rather be on the safe side and shoot it. I'm going to shoot one more and then I'll be done. Pick up this flash grenade if you want to. It might come in handy when you're making your escape from the lab and when you're leaving towards the upstairs floor of the lab and there are those 3 zombies waiting for you there. You might want to use a few flash grenades. It's entirely up to you. I'm just going to kill this one as well, even though I could have dodged it and kept going, but again, just to be on the safe side, I decided to shoot it. And now we activate the elevator. And we're good to go. So this clears the lab for the most part. We only have the final fight now, and I'm going to leave that for the last segment of the walkthrough. Keep in mind that Jill can still die if you don't go out and get her. So if you want Jill to leave, you don't forget to go and get her, but that's for the next part. Remember, my friends, that at the end of this walkthrough for Chris, I will be announcing 3 more winners for the $20 gift card giveaway. So if If you want to participate in it, now's your last chance. But just keep doing what you guys are doing, which is awesome. It makes me really happy to discuss Resident Evil with you guys, so that's what really matters to me. And as always, thank you so much for watching, my friends. I actually didn't need those ink ribbons because there's more ink ribbons here. But I hope you're excited for the last part. That's going to be a good one. And I'll see you all later for the finale of Chris's walkthrough. That's going to be fun. So as always, thank you so much for watching, my friends. Thank you for taking the time to like and comment my video. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you all later. Take care.